This guy aggravated the hell out of me. Oh my god. Not only me, but the entirety of the internet. So I guess we'll start on the Das News. Boom. All right, this guy, Gearbox CEO. This guy. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford addresses Borderlands 4 US dollars $80 price hike. Claims it won't be an issue for real fans. Okay, this guy basically said, hey, if you're a real fan of Borderlands, you're going to pay $80 for this. You'll find a way. That's basically what he said. Okay, I'm surmising this. Yeah, they're going to find a way, but that means less money for you. Has this guy been on the internet at all? Does he know what bad optics are? Read the room kind of thing? $80 for Borderlands, dude? Anytime I played Borderlands, I waited until it was like a $20 Ultimate Game Edition with everything in it, you know? Game of the year. Everyone will wait. What was the actual wording here? If you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen, he wrote. My local game store had Starfight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991. When I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach. And I found a way to make it happen. Well, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-doo, whoop-de-doo. Okay, good for you. You sold a lot of ice cream and you made $80. Now, go.
I never played any Borderlands.
Oh, good for you. Now you don't have to. Thank you. The thing is, Randy, listen to me. All right. The gaming sphere isn't the way it was in 1991. All right. Let me tell you that right now. The whole thing, right, about gaming is there's so much of it. There's so much of it. It's not like back in the day where if you had a console, you were the geeky kid that had the console. You had the PC. That was it. It was more of a niche market, and games were more important back then. Games now are absolutely unimportant. So if you come out at $80 and insult your fans, they'll just move on to something else. They're going that way. Screw you guys. I'm going home. That kind of thing. No damage control either. Bro left this post up too. And the comments underneath it are like, yeah, what? Huh? Are you crazy? Dude, do you realize the state of the world? What's going on? I don't know how much money this guy makes a year, but apparently $80 is no big deal to him. Dude, $80 is $80. That's a grocery shopping. Very small grocery shopping considering the prices. But $80 is $80. I would rather eat than play Borderlands here. And I haven't played anything since 2, honestly. I saw Dawn play 3 and the prequel, and I wasn't impressed. So there's no any reason for me to go back to it. I can wait. Yeah, you got like 358 games, right? Others. Dude, everyone's got a backlog. Taking Chainsaw, what's up? How's it going?
$80 is a car part.
It is a car part. It's groceries, it's car part, it's a copay for physical therapy.
Take all your money. Step 2. Step 3, profit.
Yeah, I don't think step 3 is going to happen with this game. I don't think it is. And yeah, we started talking about budgets. You and Don were talking about budgets. We looked up the Assassin's Creed Shadows budget. With advertising and everything else, this freaking game had a $400 million budget estimated. $400 million. Avengers Endgame cost less. And that made $1 billion. Are you guys out of your mind? Lower the price of production. What are you doing? What the hell? Okay, advertising is advertising. I get it. It's a huge expense. Whatever the budget is, they usually double it and put that towards advertising. So if something's 100 million, they'll do 200 million, and 100 million of that goes to, ads. But this is absolutely insane. Like when I look at these budgets, I'm like, how much would it cost? Like, why are these games going up so much? Oh, also Nintendo, go to hell because you started this. You started this. And now everybody else is doing this. Another reason to hate Nintendo, by the way. Till they leave Pal World alone. I am going to be hammering that stake into their vampiric heart until they are turned to ash or relent and say sorry. Okay? I know, that is messed up. So, sure they would have paid devs more. I know, they're not paying the devs more. They're not paying the artists more. You know? Allegedly, certain companies are just hiring artists who are pilfering other people's artists. You know, like on the internet. Good job, Bungie, allegedly. So, I don't know where this money is going, but these games should not be costing this much. Because you can have passion projects, indie passion projects. Well, like, does anybody know what the, say the budget was for, like, Shovel Knight? Granted, I know, it's a smaller game, but it's probably more fun. Indie is the future of gaming. Yeah, because it's got a limited budget, and whatever you can't pay for, you're going to use your passion to work around and make something better or something more unique. And indies are more willing to take a chance. You know? What, Gearbox? Hey, we're going to make another Borderlands. Wow, way to think outside the box. Ubisoft, we're going to make another Assassin's Creed. Really? Wow, that's so innovative and groundbreaking. I'm glad you keep bringing these fresh IPs to me. But, like, when they're playing video games, it costs, what? Rent for 5 games, right? Like, that's crazy. But, you know, a lot of people will go back into the past and look at the prices of older games and catalogs and whatever and be like, their games were actually like $80 back in the day, like $70, $80 for particular titles. And that may be the case, but again, niche market. You know, so if there was a game out there for $60, $80 back then, company was probably the only one making it. They didn't have to worry about really bootlegs, pirates, or anything like that, really, for the most part. You know, and they had a very big control over, it was a seller's market now, you know, or at least back then. Not so much now. There is no seller's market. There's basically, screw you, I'm just going to get this elsewhere. Or not play it at all, because there's a billion other things I'd rather support. More interested in Indigo Park Chapter 2 than Borderlands 4. Yeah, there's other games. Other games. So, yeah, tone deaf Randy here. You figured he wouldn't be so tone deaf with the word pitch in his name, right? Whatever. Is what it is. I wasn't going to play it anyway. It doesn't affect me in the slightest. But it's the current I hate everything vibe of interwebs. Sears even had its own edition of the Atari 7800. Really? What about $60 for a remake game you already have? If it's Oblivion, that's worth it. Oblivion remaster was actually worth it. You know? I'm fine with that. If they put the time and quality into it, I'm fine with it. You know? Especially if it's a game I like, you know? Like what? Lollipop Chainsaw that came out at the $40 price point, or was it $50? What about Shadows of the Dam? Same thing, kind of like $40. That's reasonable, you know. I don't expect them to drop games at like $20. That's what indies do, you know.